In the great quiet of the galaxy, there was peace, or, at least, that's what they thought. The Zephorians ruled 1,000 stars, wise, methodical, calculating. They studied war until war became predictable. Every empire followed their doctrines. Every conflict measured, controlled, civilized. Then came us. Earth had just joined the galactic concord. A small planet, a young species. The Zephorians saw us as quaint, enthusiastic, primitive, they whispered behind closed doors, but charmingly so. So, when a border dispute erupted on the fringe world of Lanthois, they invited humanity to send a peacekeeping detachment. Symbolic, they said. Safe, they said. A nice way to show the galaxy that humans could behave themselves. They really should have known better. The 42nd Terran Expeditionary Battalion landed on Lanthois. They were polite, professional, smiling even. The Zephorian observers noted, low discipline structure, too casual. They didn't realize that was the first mistake. The peace didn't last. A rebel faction, funded by an unknown third power, attacked during the night. Zephorian command hesitated. Their orders required a council vote before engagement. They began deliberations. The humans didn't. Within minutes, Terran exosuits were already on the move, forming a perimeter, cutting power, evacuating civilians. A Zephorian officer sputtered through the comms, "Human commander, you don't have authorization." And Lieutenant Myra Santos, her voice calm, almost bored, replied, "We're not waiting for permission to stop a massacre." 10 hours later, the fighting was over. The rebels had been outmaneuvered, disarmed, and surrounded by a low-tech human battalion that technically wasn't supposed to fight at all. The Zephorians were horrified, not by the violence, but by the improvisation. Humans hacked enemy comms using medical scanners. They rigged civilian cargo drones into air support platforms. One squad used construction mechs to form a moving shield wall while evacuating townsfolk. It was chaos, glorious, efficient chaos. The Zephorian ambassador confronted Mira. "You are not authorized to conduct warfare," he shouted. She smiled, leaning back in her chair. "Then it's a good thing we were conducting rescue operations." The ambassador blinked. The room went silent. And in that silence, the galaxy learned something new. Humans don't follow your rules. They follow results. As word spread, the Zephorian Senate demanded control. They issued new restrictions, tighter protocols, oversight drones, compliance advisors. The humans smiled, nodded, and kept doing things their way. When Zephorian capital ships bombarded rebel positions, civilians got caught in the blast zone. Human commanders refused the order to stand down. They disabled orbital targeting relays, marked no-fire zones, and flew med shuttles under active bombardment. A Zephorian admiral screamed over comms, "You are violating the chain of command." And Mira's voice, quiet, steady, answered, "Command ends where conscience begins." After that transmission, the humans became legends. Soldiers called them the Mad Apes. Civilians called them angels, and the Zephorians, they called them a problem. Weeks later, the conflict was over. The peace treaty was signed, largely because the humans had forced everyone to the table. The Zephorian Senate held an emergency review. Their final report was simple: humanity unpredictable, dangerous, effective, caution recommended. Their ambassador to Earth quietly requested reassignment. He was last seen muttering something about sleep deprivation and migraines. On Earth, Lieutenant Mira Santos was asked by a journalist, "What was your plan all along?" She smiled and said, "No plan survives contact with the enemy, but we plan to win anyway." That quote went viral, and somewhere in the dark halls of alien intelligence bureaus, analysts scribbled new doctrines. One memo circulated across 100 worlds. Do not provoke humans. They are small, loud, and catastrophically creative. Humanity had arrived, not as conquerors, not as saviours, but as something far more dangerous to the status quo. The species that refuses to lose. Because when the galaxy underestimates Earth, they always forget we like being the underdogs, and underdogs bite back.